What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen that title going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Let me click on this Daily Mail, y'all. They don't need that. They don't even want me to click on it. New York City mayor's wife accused of using the N-word and celebrating. Y'all already know. How do you celebrate? Why? My thing is, New York City mayor. New York City mayor. And then you celebrating terrorism. Like, I truly, truly don't get that. New York City. And this is what she's celebrating. I'm telling y'all, it ain't right. This is what Zohran Mamdani said about his wife doing these things.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. You should have a chance, I think, to respond to this. It's an off-topic question. I'd like to know what your reaction was to the article in the Jewish Insider that was posted about your wife's social media activity. And what I'm wondering is, you're an elected official. She is not. Is it anybody's business, and is it fair to question you about it?
My wife is the love of my life. And she's also a private person who has...
He says, my wife is the love of my life. First of all, let me stop you there. Nobody didn't ask you that. Nobody's trying to make it seem like, y'all not in love and y'all this, y'all that. We see it. Truly, y'all are meant for each other. You got two idiots, I'm not even going to go through. Not to mention, he says she's a private person. Can y'all please explain to me? Please explain to me, what does that have to do with anything? That she's a private person. Obviously she's not, because all the things that she had, because she deleted her last, I think it was her Instagram or X, it was something. She deleted it. Deleted the account. I'm telling y'all. Definitely wild. Says Zohran Mamdani cannot be allowed to excuse his wife, social media post of what she has praised. One thing about this, y'all, that bothers me so much is that Zohran Mamdani's wife never denied it. She never said, I apologize. She never said, I'm sorry. She never said that, that was old or I'm not around the individuals I was around. Nothing at all. And it's been a while. Nothing at all, because that's truly what they believe in. And when I'm saying they, I'm speaking on Zohran Mamdani. I'm speaking on Zohran Mamdani's wife and whoever is around these individuals who support these individuals. I'm telling y'all. Check it out.
Erica Donalds is the chair of Education Opportunity for America First Policy Institute, and Dan Turrentine is the co-host of The Huddle and a former Democratic strategist. Thank you both for being with us. Erica, let's take a look at some of these, the things that she has said, that you're glorifying what people are willing to do for their cause, glorifying a female hijacker. What do you make of this?
Well, I am the first one to give people second chances for things that they did in their teenage years. Let's remember, however, that she's only 28 years old now. It's not that long ago. And nothing would deter us from thinking that she still holds these radical anti-Semitic views. Unfortunately, as wives of politicians, I certainly know our views often reflect on our husbands, and they seem to be exactly in line based on his statements as well, and the people that they associate themselves with and align themselves with.
Being a public figure herself, I pull it back a little bit. Would the press let Melania Trump get away with something like that? Obviously, not. So this goes on.
Something they would go with it like crazy.
Yeah.
Take a look at the one from 2017 on her Tumblr account. This one was showing her wearing the Palestinian headdress there, and she's sewing a Palestinian flag. The caption reading, a Palestinian demonstrator sews a Palestinian Liberation Organization flag before a protest during the first Intifada. February 1988. That, of course, was a uprising, a terrorist uprising, during which Hamas was established. It lasted from 87 to 93 and saw Palestinians kill about 200 Israelis and hundreds of other Palestinians suspected of collaborating with the Jewish state.
She reposted
this one. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. But it's, you repost, you write stuff.
You're supporting it.
People just, you're relating to it in some way. And I think that's what people have trouble with. Erica?
Yeah, you can't claim ignorance on things like this. Again, it's barely a decade ago. And it's not like she or her husband are coming out now saying, I used to feel that way. I don't feel that way anymore. I regret supporting those types of statements that white people caused Al-Qaeda, for example. These are shocking statements of support. And liking a post is saying, I like this statement.
Exactly.
Reposting something says, I agree with this.
Exactly.
And there's no walking it back without a solid statement really denouncing that type of rhetoric and radical Islamic and anti-Semitic rhetoric that we're seeing from these posts. Again, not even a decade ago. If the mayor wants to distance himself from that kind of hateful speech and photographs and things like that, he needs to say so and say so explicitly.
But Erica, I'm curious about your reaction to that last statement.
Yeah, I do believe, I agree with Dan, that it is a broader issue in the Democrat Party. It's actually become a broader issue in the Republican Party. There's been just propagandists that have been using this Israeli conflict with the Palestinians to divide both parties, I would say. And we need moral clarity, both on the right and on the left, when it comes to standing with our ally Israel and how we feel about terrorists and terrorist acts that are targeting innocent civilians. So yes, absolutely, the mayor needs to say something. I would say he needs to say something more than his wife does. He is the mayor. He needs to show leadership in this area.
Yeah, and it does make you think about when the...
And I don't even feel like it's more so of like him needing to say something and his wife don't need to say much. I feel like they need to equally, say something regarding to this. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't a person that's always quick to say it's too late. But I feel like now it is, because I feel like now people are going to be looking like, oh, it took y'all this long to get something together, to get y'all lives together. Honestly, because that's how I look at it. Y'all waited for how long? I mean, this is stuff that obviously is still there, but the things that she has been saying, the things that she's been doing ever since, that attack that happened in New York, I'm telling y'all, this is stuff that they truly, truly support and they love.
The thwarted terror attack with the bombing in New York City near Gracie Mansion, the bomb that fortunately did not go off. The first thing the mayor did was put out a statement attacking white supremacy.
Exactly.
When clearly, obviously, that was not the intended target. This was a terrorist threat. We know that from the commissioner of the NYPD, Erica Donalds. Thank you. Dan Turntine, thank you. We do appreciate it.
I'm telling y'all, definitely. That's how I look at it. You literally have some of the posts right here of what she has said. Y'all can find these posts, obviously, and she has deleted it since then. The words that she has been using is definitely something that I know for a fact. Obviously, people use. Is in a sense of how she's using it and what she's doing. And I don't. My thing is, when it comes down to a lot of this, I'm going to be real with y'all. Mayor Mamdani needs to resign. And I say that because this stuff right here is not showing, we're not talking about. I feel like it definitely puts like an emphasis and like the cherry on top, seeing how he's the mayor of New York City. I feel like that's what it is, and I feel like that's what's bothering me a lot. And her using these words and her doing this is truly, I know for a fact, if a different individual was to use this, meaning somebody on the right, they truly would take that. They would do the most. But it's okay if she do it, though. And that's what I got a problem with. I don't see nobody protesting this, that, and the other. I don't see that. And that's what this post is right here. It says, here's a large collection of, people and celebrities who got canceled for saying the N-word. You know what I mean?
These are all people that got canceled for saying a word. I don't know what's happening here. For saying a word that you're not supposed to say. Okay? But the left made one tiny exception. You are allowed to say that word if you're married to Zohran Mamdani. That's right. Look it up. So
I'm
these
telling y'all,
are
that's sickening.
all people.
I don't know
that
about y'all,
got
but it's sickening to me. Telling y'all, they would do the most. Not only that, you have literally New Yorkers that are heckling, Zohran Mamdani and confronts him over his wife, controversial online post. Check it out.
Oh, she hates America, and she was born here. This symbols of hope, but a ribbon cutting, well, a ribbon cutting means homes for New Yorkers. We look forward to coming back to this site that we might be able to welcome families to this new development. Thank you so much, Mayor Mamdani. Thank you. But I want to tell you something, Mayor. Metro IAF is here. That's right. You shut up. Metro IAF. He's a Trojan horse. He hates America.
Y'all got it right there. He hates America. You even have more individual calling him a liar.
Who here has been crushed by rents that go up year after year? Maybe he has not had his rents going up. Who here has considered leaving this city because of the expense that it takes to call yourself a New Yorker? And we see many...
Y'all have it right here. Calls him a liar to his face. Telling y'all. Says Mamdani says no one should be targeted with slurs, threats, or violence ever, but you literally have his wife calling people the N-word and FGTS. Just put that together, what I just said, FGTS. I'm telling y'all, it's sickening. The things that's going on in New York is not right, it's not okay, and I truly seeing things getting worse by the day. This is in New York City.
Literally just this one block to show you how bad it's gotten, okay? All right, this is Canal Street. We're walking south. And just look how bad this is all metastasized and going insane. Look at this. Block by block, after this was completely clear before. This is the most expensive real estate in New York City, by the way. Like, this isn't some area of Brooklyn. This is Tribeca, Soho. Multi-million-dollar homes, property taxes through the roof, and this is what we get.
Timmy, what we thinking?
Look at this. Spreading block by block. It's going to take up its own zip code at some point. Look at this.
That's insane.
All illegal broad daylight. Watch out. Pardon.
That one's more yellow.
Look at this.
Y'all see how bad it is. Truly. Truly, truly, truly. Y'all don't want to know what's more disrespectful. I've seen this clip, and I gotta hurry up because I got videos to drop tonight, y'all. I gotta hurry up, and I gotta get out of y'all here. I'm dropping like 3 videos tonight. I usually do not do this, but I'm doing it because I missed yesterday, and I had a lot that I had to already put out. This is the most disrespectful. When I tell y'all, know how I was emphasizing him being a New York mayor, his wife doing this. They had a prayer ceremony that was held at the fire department headquarters in New York City. Directly in front of individuals who's lost their lives on 9/11. Says prayer rugs were rolled out and I'm about to say it all wrong, but Akbar was echoed throughout the lobby. Mind y'all, right in front of individuals who lost their lives on 9/11.
The fight is here in New York City. We are being completely conquered by, as you say, an Islamist Marxist. In the past couple of weeks, we have had 17 different iftar events. One of them that I want to tell you about was at the FDNY headquarters, Metrotech in Brooklyn. It was organized between the mayor's office and the Islamic Society. You had an imam, you had Zohran Mandani, and you had Lillian Bonsignor. And what happened was, in front of this 343 plaque, which honors the 343 firefighters and counting that died on 9/11, prayer rugs were rolled out. Allahu Akbar was echoed throughout the lobby. And one of the speakers, I cannot verify because this was given to me through an anonymous FDNY eyewitness at this March 4th event, was saying that 4 minutes is just not enough to convert everyone to Islam.
Me personally, I feel like that's truly sickening. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that's truly sickening and probably the worst thing I done saw this year. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely sickening for him to even do this. I'm not even gonna play the other video. I'm gonna save it for a later date of what is going on. But all I'm gonna tell y'all, because I feel like that right there, I definitely want people to see, on how disrespectful. So if you individuals, that love and support Zohran Mandani, but also, sit there and support and mention the individuals who lost their lives, on 9/11. I want y'all to actually think about that. Y'all supporting this man and his wife and what they got going on, and they did this right in front. That's disrespectful. Me personally, I feel like that's definitely disrespectful. It says no Muslims should be in public office in the United States. This post is saying, do you agree? Do y'all? Catch y'all next one.